Cass, how are you doing? It's lovely to have you on the sofa. Thank you for joining us. There's so much to talk about, so we will talk about all the things that you're doing because you're so busy at the moment, aren't you? Making movies and got all sorts of documentaries out.
Yeah.
But first of all, let's talk about West Ham. It's not been the ideal start to the season.
Not been the ideal start of the season. We just found another 20,000 fans.
Yeah, it's been good for that.
Yeah, and we're due to play tomorrow, our first Premier League home game.
Yep.
Obviously, we was robbed at Chelsea in the last minute, but we can take heart from that. You know, we was only just feeling out first game of the season. We got a great manager, and we're playing the West Ham way. We're playing on the floor. So, you know, I think we got such a positive. We're back to, you know, the old chirpy, cheapy cockneys again. Okay,
well, we've got our Chelsea correspondent on the Skype quickly. He's going to, from Copenhagen, he's just going to update me with the scores. Is he going to update me with the scores? Like magic from Copenhagen?
Yeah, from Copenhagen, right here.
Point it at your face. What's the score?
Fantastic, fantastic. All around, absolutely great.
What's the score?
Have our flats here.
We'll come back to you. What's the score, my love, at the moment?
What?
What's the score? Can you hear me?
0-0.
There we go. That's what we were waiting for. Groundbreaking. How's Copenhagen today?
Copenhagen's all right. Really great. Really great.
Now we'll come back to you very shortly. Stay there.
Okay.
Maybe don't have another drink,
right
but
here,
we will come back to you at full time.
Oh, mate.
Ease off the booze.
All right.
What I love about our live matchday correspondents is they're all drunk. So, in terms of the stadium at West Ham, obviously some fans don't like it, some fans like it. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's early days. Yeah, I went over there the other week when I had the showcase game against Juventus just to check out the new history. And I'm old school, me. Everyone calls me the 70s man, 80s man. So I was always sceptical anyway. But no, I think anyone under 35 or a family fan, they're going to love the new stadium. It is all about a day. But at the end of the game, for me, sitting in Jamie Oliver's Italian with the boys, and they said, "What do you think of it?" I said, "Well, it's the day we become customers and not fans." So you know, it's kind of a mix, but I will give it a chance, give it a try. I think it's the best stadium in the country. I think it's better than Wembley. I'm a big bloke, and I can, first time for years and years, I can actually sit facing forward and watch the game instead of sitting side on because the seats don't fit.
That's the thing.
I mean, we've got leg room.
I think the atmosphere, the West Ham fans can still keep the atmosphere, and I know it's not your home, but I think you are selling in the lap of luxury. You have managed to get a stadium for not much money at all. You are winning in certain areas, aren't you? Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of pluses. I mean, you always judge a place by its toilets, and you know, the toilets are fantastic. There's no queues, and I remember back in the South Bank when I first went to West Ham, it was a drain pipe and corrugated iron. You know what I mean? So the progress is massive, and with the progress, you lose a bit of the old way. You know. You know what we like, what is the West Ham way, you know.
Everybody loves the West Ham way. Now, I'm interested because you talked about West Ham against Chelsea, saying they were robbed. Now, a lot of people are saying that West Ham really didn't come alive for a good start of the game, and it really wasn't that much of an impressive performance, but you think that actually it was all right and they were robbed?
I think it's consistent for Chelsea, because don't forget Chelsea accused us of parking the bus.
Yeah.
So it's pretty consistent for West Ham when we go to Chelsea. You know?
Okay. Now Bournemouth today, and this is it's one day before the win against Bournemouth's win against you last year, when the win was 4-3 for Bournemouth. So the pressure's mounting again. That's definitely going to be a tough match. You are fairly evenly matched.
We've got a different team today, and evenly matched, you know, the new stadium, Bournemouth, what do they play in front of? Less than 20,000. And they've got to come out to like over 50,000 fans.
Do you reckon you can intimidate them?
Well, I just think we're just going into new territory, even for West Ham. I think it'll take a while. I think the quality sides are going to tick off going to West Ham as a must, because it's near pitch perfect. But teams like Bournemouth might freeze. You know, it's a bit like going to Old Trafford with 75,000. You don't expect that to West Ham, you know, the gate that size. It's massive. It really is massive. It really is something special. You know, like when players just go to Wembley, they never played their natural game because the occasion and the size of the ground was too big. I think we're going to have a lot of feeling out going out there, a lot of strange results. But I think we can nick the advantage because of that. And again, the transfer window's key when that closes. Where we
Let's
stand.
talk about some of your new signings, because it's been unfortunate with Andre. He's out till Christmas already. Is there anybody else that you'd like to see brought in?
Really, I'd like to see Benteke. I don't know why he's going across to Crystal Palace. I think West Ham play players like Andy Carroll, and I don't think I think Benteke was unfortunate at Liverpool. I think he's worth another chance, and the money that's in the Premier League now, I can't understand why we're still looking for loan players and all that. But I respect the manager because he's an international manager background, so he knows every player in the world. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised with the transfers. And ain't just me, I'm picking up what my friends say, the feedback. Yeah, we're all, but I think every team's doing it because the money is in the Premier League. We're all saying you've got to be buying him, you've got to be buying him.
I think that's the thing at this
we've all
time,
become managers in close season, haven't we?
Panicking about buying, but you've still got, you managed to keep hold of Payet, Carroll's performing well, you've still got some really key players who can really be consistent for you this season.
And it's getting them on the pitch with West Ham. We do have some bad luck with injuries,
Well, not as bad as Arsenal. You're all right. You're all right. So let's get back to the new stadium then. I know it's strange because you're going sort of into a shopping centre a lot of the time. Your routes
Well,
through
they don't want us in the shopping centre. All that about Westfields.
Yeah.
They don't want their fans in there. If you're wearing colours, they won't let you in Westfields.
Which is strange because West Ham have set up there where you can buy tickets in their little sort of shop
there.
there.
Yeah, part of the sell, isn't it? Part of the sell, but they don't want you in there. You have to say you got your car parked in there to even get in there. But it's a nightmare. I mean, after the match, there's no pubs. There's the traditional football way of life. That's gone. And that's why I say, to me, it was like an O2 experience. You can't complain with the entertainment you're getting. You pay your money and you get your 2 hours entertainment, and they give you that win, lose or draw. Okay,
well, we have got so much more to discuss with Cass about West Ham. By the way, if you just couldn't hear Cass for just a second, we're having a little technical glitch with that. But because this was so groundbreaking the first time we did this, let's go back. Have we got my Chelsea correspondent or have we got someone else? We've got our Palace correspondent. Hello there. Hi, Chris. How are you doing?
Equally. Hi, how are you doing? You all right?
We've got a little delay, Chris, so do bear with us. What are your thoughts on the game today for Palace, then?
Obviously, playing Spurs, actually, at the moment, I am sort of watching it over the top of my iPad. But it's been a difficult game so far, I have to say. Very lucky to go in at half-time 0-0. Little change in the second half. He brought Kabay on for Joe Ledley, who was struggling a bit for legs, but doing a little bit better. But I have to say we're not exactly favourites in this one, as things stand.
What do you think about your new signing? That's quite exciting.
Incredibly exciting, obviously. It's an awful lot of money, but these days, if you want to try and buy guaranteed goals in the Premier League, you've got to spend big. You really have, and by far the biggest signing. And I think it's probably about the fourth or fifth biggest sort of record transfer in the Premier League as well. It's incredible for a club like Palace to be doing that.
Well, I think it's a good look for you guys. It means you are looking to the future. Also, what do you think about Andros taking the number 10 shirt?
Yeah, a bit of intent there. Interesting, and obviously a lovely gesture to say you'll pay for anyone who's bought the number 17 shirt as well. But I think he's driven, isn't he? He wants to succeed at Palace. He wants to be. We've lost Balassi. It's a huge hole to fill, and he's got all sorts of ability to replace him, and to go on and be a better player with more end product. And I think taking his number shows you exactly where his mind's at, and can't wait to see him settle in and kick on.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with Andros, isn't it? It's all about settling in. I know we've already talked about Benteke, but how many goals do you think we can see throughout the season from him? Because he is a sort of 2-in-1 goal scorer, isn't he?
Well, yeah, if we play like we are today, not very many. But no, in all seriousness, he's a proper striker. I can't put it another way, really. He knows how to move. He knows how to, which runs to make. He knows when to support the team, the rest of the team, and to be a creator as well. But in terms of goals, he's got to lead the line and stay fit. But I think we certainly got to be aiming towards 15 goals. Otherwise, you're not really getting value for money, are you? So.
Okay, well, I hear that you didn't think he was coming to Palace. Our researchers have been on your Twitter account. On Benteke's, there we go. Not on your Twitter account, on Benteke's. And he's put, I see, Burnley FC. I didn't even know that. What happened there? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, whoever runs his Twitter account changed his bio to read that he was playing for Burnley, but it was misspelt as well. So I don't know quite what's happened there. His researchers got a little excited or something like that. But he's put an apology up. So we'll move on, but I'm sure a lot of people will be having fun with it.
Move on from that. Slide past that. Now, keep watching the game for us. We're going to give you a call at the end of the game, if that's all right.
Good stuff. Look forward to it.
See you in a bit.
Cheers. See ya.
But you said you quite like Benteke, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's young. He's, you know, when he played for Villa, which is in another claret and blue shirt, you know what I mean? No, he's pretty awesome. I think there's still mileage in him. There's still plenty of potential, and I think it's just the manager's got to work out the right way to play him. And I think it's a good move to Crystal Palace as well, because I think Pardew is the sort of manager that will play to a player's strengths.
It's a